correlates with the front end of your site. So you guys will have the opportunity to build your menu structure, change your menu structure, change out the photos that we've listed here.
Okay.
Adding today here and up this front just to continue to use or exercise the knowledge that we're going through today. So you'll be updating the main area. You've got a left and a right column at the bottom down here for you to update.
All right, and you'll tell me how to update that?
I'm going to just train today. Okay. And then if you ever needed to update your social networking tabs, I'm going to show you how to do that, and then how to update your and jump in that today, okay?
All right.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the back end of your site. So really, the only place to be working is under the website tab. And the first thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is your media manager. So we have a media manager. You'll see it's a sub menu. Our media manager is like an in-house file store. So you'll never be able to copy and paste an image into an article. You'll never be able to like just copy and paste a link. You'll always either want to save the image in the media manager or save the document, Excel file, PDF, whatever it may be in your media manager. And then you're going to insert it into the article as an internal link. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But I wanted to go ahead and familiarize you with this media manager area. It's broken up into different tabs. Documents and images, of course, would hold documents or images. So under documents, we can create subfolders as well. So we could call this like sponsor logos. You guys may end up having some sponsor logos you want to add. So we could create an additional folder to hold those. That would, of course, be under images instead of documents, but just showing you that you can create submenus.
Okay.
You can also, I'm just going to delete that folder, add documents or images just by being inside of the folder that you want to add the item to. You're going to use your upload button at the bottom of the media manager. And then you can just use your, I'm going to go ahead and add your Go Live checklist in here. You can just choose your item and then you'll be able to save it in the folder. So it's just that easy. Now the site folder asks that you don't really mess with. This is for our designers. So this is that logo that you see here is pulling into the front end of your website. So this is really just a great folder for our designers. However, the slideshow images, this is a great place for you to keep the slideshow images if you ever want to replace the ones that we have on your website now. Just a great place to keep all of them. Any questions on the media manager?
No, I think it's pretty clear.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
Okay.
The next thing that I want to talk to you a little bit about are widgets. So widgets is kind of a funky word. The reason we use widgets is because widgets allows your website to be responsive. So if somebody goes to your website on a cell phone, instead of losing the ability to use these different components, they just stack. Each of these sections being a widget allows them to stack. There are a couple of other widgets spread throughout our website. Just in places to continue to allow responsiveness. But I want to go ahead and walk through those different widgets.
Okay.
So that you can start working on those. Under webs and widgets is where we're going to go.
Okay.
And these are the different widgets that we have. Member landing my name is. When your members log into the website, they're going to be greeted with a name tag. It says, hello, my name is, and it's a little member landing. It's actually, I can show you what it looks like. It's just a little member landing page on the social community training. But I wanted to go ahead and just show you. It's going to look something like this.
Okay.
And then this is going to have data merged information. You can change whatever information you want to data merge on this name tag just by highlighting. You can come to the bottom and there's always going to be a merge data button. This is true for any of our editors. So anytime you want to add merge data in, that's going to be what you'll use to pull in their information just to make it more personable.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. A little part's a little confusing to me, but I'm sure I can figure it out.
Okay, well, this will be done, and you won't really to be greeting them on their member landing page. It's just as easy as using this data merge button at the bottom.
Okay.
All right, then we're going to jump to homepage main. We've got homepage left, and we've got homepage right. So these are the areas you're going to be updating to update the homepage. So homepage main, this area, pulls into homepage main, homepage left.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to update, or when you're ready to update homepage right. I'm going to talk through how to use our editor in more detail as we get through our training today, but I just wanted to show you where you can update those areas. Using our editor is as simple as typing in a Word document. It's really, really easy to do.
All right, so once I take any type of membership text, put it here, and then save it, it'll go right to that member site.
That's exactly right.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, well, let me ask you this. I think you mentioned something earlier about cutting and pasting, because what I'm probably going to say is something already been scripted off of our actual website instead of me coming up with my own information. So would I be able to cut and paste it, or I'll just have to type it as is?
So technically, you can copy and paste it. Technically, it's not the best way to do it, because what happens is behind the scenes, there's some hidden HTML. And if you keep the HTML, each editor basically reads the HTML differently. So there's going to be some formatting behind the scenes. And when you paste it in here, it may look so weird. And the reason, or it may start having some quirks. A common quirk is the text is double spacing instead of single spacing. And like, this is driving me crazy. Why can't I get it to single space? It's because there's messy HTML. To combat that,
okay, I'll just type it up then so that it looks professional and perfect, as you mentioned. There's not extra spacing and things like that in there.
Yeah, that would be the easiest way, just to save you trouble in the long run. However, another little tip you can use, if you're on a Mac, are you a Mac or a PC?
PC.
Okay, so you have something on your computer called Text Edit, or maybe it's Notepad, one of the two. I think it's Text Edit. You can copy your text into Text Edit or Notepad, whatever that's called, and it's going to strip the formatting out. Then you'll copy in from, you can paste it in here, and that's stripped it down to the bare minimum. It's taken all the formatting away, so that will also allow you to copy and paste it, and will prevent you from having any issues.
Okay.
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 Awesome. Let's go through a couple of other widgets here. This member landing quick links, do not worry about this, and I'm going to get this removed for you so it doesn't cause any confusion, but you don't need this for anything.
All right.
Slide image. This is how you're going to change the images that are slide showing through on your home page. If you wanted to add an image or change any of these images, you'll always want to place your cursor right to the back of the last image that was added in here. You don't want to do any spacing or any entering down, as long as the cursor is right to the back of the last image.
Okay.
Then you'll be able to come to the bottom of your editor, and there's an image button. We're going to select that image button, and it's going to bring your mini media manager. So this is where you've saved all of the images, right?
Okay.
We can go to your slideshow folder, select an item you want to import or add, and we can insert this image. So now I've added this image. Obviously, that would be a duplicate in this case.
It has to be right on the last image.
That's exactly right, right backed up to the last image. And then you always want to make sure that the images are the exact same size. Otherwise, it'll create some loading problems.
Okay.
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 So that's pretty easy. Footer info is super simple. The footer info is just pulling.
Okay.
This is at the bottom of your, the bottom of your site right here. And then we've got, let's get rid of this. And then we've got, I'm going to save that. And the last, we've got the landing page, custom login page content lower half, custom login page content top half. you could say something along the lines of, not a member, click here to become a member today. You basically click a link that would take them to the membership application. So
love that.
yeah, so you could definitely do that. And so you would do that just by changing custom login page content, top half or lower half. Of course, top half is above the login, bottom half is below the login.
All right, and then how would, if I clicked on, you know, say lower half page content, how would I get?
We'll get there in just a second.
Okay.
We're coming. It's coming.
I was excited about that.
Any questions on any of these widgets?
Yeah, I think the widgets, I can maneuver through them. I try not to bother you because like the last time I went back, which I love, you had recorded it, so I went back and listened to the recording, and then I went back in, and then you also told me like to click on that little blue question mark. So that was very helpful. If I do have something and I can't get through it, I know I can always do an email, but I think it's pretty easy so far.
Awesome. Absolutely. Awesome. Awesome. Good. I'm glad that those things were helpful. Cool. So we really just got a couple more things to go through. So now at this point, we want to learn how to create articles. So we call pages of content, we call them an article in MemberClicks, and then we want to learn how to link that. And so we're just going to learn how to create those articles and link them to our menu item. So I'm going to go back to the website tab.
Okay.
And we're going to start by going under articles.
Okay.
All right, so we're first going to go ahead and create a new article by using our plus sign, this plus icon up here in the top right-hand corner. You'll see as you've created new articles, they're all going to be listed in this area. If you ever wanted to go back and make edits to an existing article, you could just select the article you want to make edits to, and then you can just start typing in here. This is the member landing page, and you will want to eventually update this text on this page.
Okay.
But for now, we're going to create a new article. So we're going to select new.
Okay.
And I'm going to title this members only just for our example today. So we're going to create some members only info. Now, the first thing you'll notice is when we put in the title, and this title is just to help you find this. It's not going to be shown anywhere on the website. It's just to help you search for the information you're looking for. But you'll notice that an alias was created. That alias is what the second to ibwa.memberclicks.net/members-only. That would take us directly to this page.
Okay.
Now, I want to talk about a couple other things. Now, you'll see a lot of these items should look really familiar, like the bolding, italicizing, underlining, strike through, different alignments. You can also change your font family. You can change your font size. You can change if you want to highlight your text or change the color of your text. My recommendation, though, is to not use any of those. And the reason why is because we have some formatted fonts for you already in here. I would add formatted fonts, or I would recommend that you use these formatted fonts for two reasons. One, consistency in the site. But the second one, if you guys wanted to go through an update of your site, or if you wanted to do a rebranding of your site, you could send us the new colors. We're going to update those headings. And anywhere you've used those headings, it's going to automatically update for you. You from having to come in the system and make a ton of edits.
Okay.
With me saying that, if you do not like the color of the existing headings that we've created for you, you can send us new colors that you'd rather us use, and we can update them for you as well.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and insert an image. So what I want to do next is insert an image because, once again, it's a little bit unique to MemberClicks. We already did it when we were looking at the slideshow images, but let's do it one more time. We're placing our cursor where we want the image to populate. I'm coming back to the bottom of the editor and selecting image. Here's that mini media manager again. I can go to the site, and let's go ahead and insert your logo. I'm selecting your logo, and we're just going to hit insert this image. Now, we may not love the size of the image. We may not love to edit that. After we've selected our image, by coming to this teeny tiny tree here in this.
And I'm sorry, I work from home on Wednesday, so you hear my Pomeranian.
You were totally fine. So let's go ahead and make some edits to this. We're going to go to the Appearance tab.
Okay.
And there's only a couple things we can do. If you forget everything I'm about to go over with you, it's okay, because there's a little example over here on the right-hand side that's going to show you exactly how things are changing.
Okay.
We can change the alignment. So I'm going to align our text to the left with the image. We're going to change the dimensions of the image. So I maybe want it smaller. We might want it bigger. We're going to make sure we keep this constrained proportion, because that's going to be what creates the second size, the second pixel. All right, then we're going to determine the vertical and horizontal space. That's going to be the space cushion between the text and the image.
Okay.
So if this is going to be measured once again in pixels. Notice now we've created some text between the image and the text.
Now this, I must say, is not my forte, so I know that may get a little confusing to me, because I'm thinking, oh my God, okay.
That's okay. There's not a whole lot of options here. The only other thing you can do here is add a border, and it's just going to be a really simple black border. And then after you've updated those different items, you can just select Update, and it's going to make those changes. So now the image is smaller. It's got the black border. There's the space cushion between the text and the image, and the image has been pushed left and the text starts at the top of the image.
Okay.
Did that seem okay? Do you want me to go through it again?
You know, I'll go back and I'll listen to the recording.
Okay.
If you guys think I'm, a salesperson, so my brain is always like on sales and reporting. So some of this stuff that I feel like, I have to go in and do on my own to get this database where it should be. Like, I wish we had an IT person on site and I could say, hey, talk to Adrian and make sure to make this, because that's really what I do, but I'm trying.
Absolutely. Well, and the cool thing is I totally agree with you. I think being hands-on will definitely make a big difference, but it's like the product would be new even if it was to an IT person. And I am definitely not an IT gal. I mean, I have become one, I guess I should say, but I just know our software, it's just really easy, I think, to navigate and to use. So I think you should be all right.
Well, thanks for your confidence in me.
Absolutely. And if you get stuck, I got your back. So you can always give me a call and I'll help you work through it.
Okay.
All right. So a couple other things that we're going to go through is going to be inserting internal and external links. So this is how we are going to add that membership application, like what I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Adding and do it.
I'm sorry, I have to make sure I get the rates to you. Oh, no, that was Elliot. I apologize. That was Elliot. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to, okay. So adding an internal link.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be linking to like our membership application. Basically anything that is inside of MemberClicks you can link to. We're going to highlight our tag. This doesn't have to say internal link, right? It could say anything like apply today, and then you would highlight that text.
Okay.
You'll come to the bottom of the editor, and this time you're going to choose site links.
Okay.
I'm going to go to, we're going to go to forms, but we can link to anything in MemberClicks. But I can go to forms.
Okay.
Well, we don't have our membership application yet. I'd be able to basically select your form from here, and then we can insert it in for our example, I'm just going to choose your event calendar. You can literally pull from other articles, any community items, any menu items, forms, files. So we could do the Go Live checklist.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and do that, and we're just going to insert the link.
All right.
External links, a little bit different. We're going to highlight our text again, but this time we're going to come to the top of our editor, and we're going to choose this link up here. And then we'll just plug in the link that we want to have is the analyst is going to link to your page, but basically we're adding in our link and we're going to insert. That's all we have to do.
Okay.
Now this is super fancy and you're going to impress everybody. Once you've linked up anything internal or external, go back to those formatted fonts I talked about earlier, choose headings. That creates this really nice button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Adrian, looking at the things, so I know when you showed me, I can go, you know, when you guys put the application in, I don't know when you're going to do that, but what I wanted to ask is what I wanted to do when we send out our renewal information, you know, saying it's renewal time, I wanted to do a nice little glossy page or something that says, you know, we're now a part of the MemberClick family, and you can actually pay your dues online by using your password and the MemberClick blah, 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 blah. Is this where they would go to renew in this members only portion?
So when your members are ready to renew, we can send them automated notifications, and they'll receive the automated notification, and automatically a link to their invoice is going to be attached to it. All they have to do is click on the invoice from the email they get and apply their payment. So they don't even necessarily have to come to the website.
Great. So I'll let Elliot know when I'm ready to do that?
Nope, you'll let me know, and we're going to do that together as part of. So the only thing that Elliot really is going to do is import the database, and then he'll add the pricing, but everything else is just going to be you and I.
Okay, okay.
So that'll help.
Okay, all right.
So we'll definitely do that together when we're ready. Well, I should say, we're going to send out a welcome email together, but then we can either, when do your members need to receive their dues?
We normally want them to have them the Monday that's right after the New Year. I think that's January 2nd or 3rd.
Oh, okay. So what we'll do is we'll just turn on the automated notifications, and the system's just going to send them out automatically for you as of that date. Okay, perfect. Yeah. But it'll instruct them how to, like, once they get the invoice, it means they can, like, click there and complete it if they choose to. Exactly. Okay, exactly. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Yeah. All right, so this is really everything in this editor. There's only a couple other things that you would use often. We do have a separator, so we could place our cursor somewhere and use this line here. It's just a really light gray horizontal separator. Okay. We've got an undo button, which is one of my favorite things. Okay. We've got an HTML editor. The HTML editor will allow you to edit the HTML if you know HTML. If you don't even worry. Don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, because I don't. Yeah, this, like I said, is totally foreign to me. That's okay. All right. And then from here, when we're ready to save our article, we need to determine who can see this article. So if it's members only, out of all these that are listed here, we wouldn't have public specs to see it. Only your members can see it, right? You can even further minimize. So you can determine by member type who gets to see this and who doesn't. Okay, that's good. And then we're just going to save. So that's created the page of content. At this time, we need to main menu or somewhere on your website. So nobody can access it right now until it's linked up somewhere. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and go to, whoops, I'm sorry. I'm going to go to website, and this time we're going to go to menu items. Keep in mind, you can't create a menu item unless you've created the article. Okay. Now, this is asking us, where are you linking this article to? And you're going to have to go through this a couple times, and that's okay. Don't feel like you're going to get this right away. There's a lot of steps to this piece. We're going to determine what menu item we're linking to. We've got our main menu, our social network menu, a member menu, and a quick links menu. The member menu is on the member landing page. Once again, we'll talk about that when we get to our social community training. The main menu, social network menu, and quick links, I'm going to show you where those are housed. This along the top is the main menu. This over here on the right-hand side that says quick links, this is your quick links menu. And then down at the very bottom, got your social network menu, these icons down here.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and create a link on the main menu just so you can see how that process works. So we're going to select main menu. We're just determining where are we adding a menu item to. Over time, this is going to be listed out as tree menu structure. It's going to be basically the menu structure, like an outline. For right now, we only have home. That's the only menu item we've created, but we're going to go ahead and create a new menu item.
Okay.
So same icons as we saw when we were creating the article.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it's asking me, what type of menu item are you creating? If we're creating the main menu, if we're creating something that's linking back to an article like what we just made, we'll always use single article. We could also link directly to any of your community features, any of your forms. You could link directly to external links. You could create links directly to your members' profiles. For right now, though, the most common item that you'll be using is this single article. We're going to title what the menu item is going to read. Now, this title is what people will see because it's going to be the button, what the button is called on your home page.
Okay.
We've got our alias that populated in.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to determine where this menu item is going to be located. If we want it to be another main menu item, we're going to highlight top. If we want it to be a sub-menu item, we would highlight an existing main menu item, and it would create the sub-menu item. The only other things that we need to do is once again determine who gets to see this. And then we need to tell the system, okay, when you click on that button, what article pops up? So we've told the system we want to create a main menu item. We want it to go to an article. We've named our main menu item. And now when they click on that menu item, where are we going? We want them to the menu article, members only article. And then we're going to save. I'm going to just go back and there's the main menu item that we just did together.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When we click on it, it's for members only. It's for members only, so I can't see it because it's not logged in you. But this would take us, let's go fix that really fast. That was silly. I'm going to get access to this. Here we go. And do a little sample article together.
Okay.
Okay.
You made it look so easy. I love the way it looks. I just, hoping I can do it.
I know there's a lot of steps, but I know you can do it. I mean, the associations we work with, they really don't have. I've had associations where I've had to teach them how to copy and paste from one place to another on their computer. So if they can do it, I know you can do it. But we are going to create the initial members only info. You said you were just going to provide the login credentials just to make sure if we needed access in order to.
Yeah, pull over all the membership stuff because like you said, you needed that. And that way, whatever Jill's doing, that's simple. I can just have you to pull that information right over because I'm going to use all of that stuff that the members already have on the website.
Perfect. Yes. So then the only thing that you'll do for this training today is just be working just updating this main area on the home page.
Okay. And you're going to do for me last time, like send me an email and then say, these are the things we discussed and this is what you need to do.
Exactly. Yep. I'm going to do the exact same thing as I did last. Now I think I'm going to stop there. There's a couple other things that I can tag on, but I think that this is a good stopping place because I know it's a lot of information. So I'm going to send you a follow-up from our content training, and then I also wanted to go ahead. Let me get my little roadmap to look at today. Let me bring it up.
And then I will also find out which password I'm going to send to you to get into the members only portion to get into the website, and then you can pull that information.
Exactly. Exactly. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Let me pull this up. Here it is. All right.
Okay.
So this is a timeline that I'm going to send to you that can help you out. We've actually just created this timeline.
Oh, perfect.
And we should be able to, yep, we can check things off that we've done. So let's spend a second to do this together. So
Okay.
we've completed our orientation call. We've done the settings. I just want to make sure. Did you send me the notification settings?
I don't know.
I don't think you did.
Well, no, because I thought since I, did them on my end, that you could go in and get this. Like, for instance, when I log in under CBAS IBWA, everything that I did is there, so I have to send that to you.
Yeah, so you'll just complete like the document and then you'll just email it back to me.
I thought I did that.
Let me see. I might be lying.
Well, no, I don't think I sent it. I remember doing it, and like you said, it saves on its own, but I don't remember actually sending anything to you.
No, I don't think I have these. If you could send them back, that would be awesome. Oh, so I lied. I have them. I'm sorry. I've got them. So that's good. We're good.
Okay. Okay, good.
We've talked about the payment processor. Are you working through?
Has half of it done in law, and actually, her and I can't remember the woman's name. They actually communicated again today, and she said she would complete it all tomorrow.
Awesome. Do you want me to check that off since that's being taken care of, or do you want me to leave it unchecked until we're 100%? Check it off?
You can check it off. Robbie is good. I know it'll be done.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get your content brought over today, so that'll be done. I still need to build your forms. Your database is good. We've had the database call. We've imported your database.
Okay.
And so you did all of this as well. Application for payment processor, y'all are doing that. Submit the revenue accounts, finalize database, design document we did together last time, and attend the database call. So those things we've done.
Okay.
We've had our database training. Did you see any changes that needed to be made in that database training?
No.
Okay. Done. Review training videos, you did that. We're gonna still need to do these forms. Submit edits, schedule form training, submit edits. So we skipped over forms and we did website edits. So we're gonna do content training we've done. And then you'll send over website edits after you've had a chance to review the content.
Yes.
And that is where we're at right now. So the only things left, if you guys have any forms that you want me to create for you, send me those forms. So I'll add that to an email.
Now, Adrian, let me make sure I'm clear. You say form created. Forms such as the event registration form, something like that?
Correct.
Okay. And would that also be the application?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so all I have to do is just send them to you as an attachment, right?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay, so I can send those to you. I'll be back in the office on Friday, so I'll do it on Friday morning.
Okay. So I'm going to build those forms, send 5 forms for me to create, and then we need to do, and then you'll send edits from content review. I'm going to say to come. Send edits for form review once forms have been created. We're going to say complete forms training.
Mm-hmm.
Complete social community training. And then the only things left from there is going to be to go through the Go Live checklist.
Okay.
And then send your welcome email to your members.
Okay, that'd be great. Moving along pretty good.
Yeah, we really are.
Yeah, and I have to admit, I really don't like the site. I look at it periodically, and everything looks so clean. I really like the way it looks.
Wonderful, wonderful. That makes me very happy.
And I think I'm going to strangle my dog today. He normally doesn't do this. Every time I get on a business call, he starts, and I can't mute it because we're speaking.
Talking.
Like, oh my God, I'm going to strangle him.
That's okay.
He's looking
I don't
out
mind.
the window at other dogs walking by. People walking their dogs. I'm like, oh my God.
I had a client who her dog had gotten a hold of a squeaker toy, and
oh my God,
it sounded like I couldn't place my finger on what it was. It sounded like she was like in a bird store, like there were a million birds behind her. And I didn't say anything, and then she was like, "I'm so sorry, my dog got a new squeaker toy today, and he won't stop playing with it." And I was like, "Oh, you're totally fine. I just couldn't place my finger on what that was."
Yeah, I did that last week when I was playing the first call that you taped that you and I spoke. So I'm in my office. I have the door open, but I still had the volume kind of medium. And all of a sudden, you and I are talking, and I hear, oh my God, let me turn it down. My boss is probably going to be like, what's that in the background?
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, I'm going to send you this little onboarding timeline. I'm going to send you the recording